38 departure. Delta 1649. All right,
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources you send our way and, well, we dig in to pull out the key insights for you.
Things that might just change how you look at something.
Exactly. And today, we're jumping into a really fascinating personal document. It's called My Journey from Dentist to Airline Pilot.
It's the story of a man named Paul. And let me tell you, it's not your typical career path.
Not at all. We're talking about a journey from, growing up on Long Island, some early academic struggles.
Right, then this really pivotal time in Arizona, followed by, surprisingly, becoming a dentist.
And then the big one, finally achieving this lifelong dream of being an airline pilot and actually landing a plane at LaGuardia.
It's quite the arc. Dentist to airline pilot really makes you wonder about the kind of drive involved.
Absolutely. The document seems to lay out this mix of maybe ambition and a dream that just wouldn't let go. Okay, so let's start back at the beginning. Paul grew up in Albertson, Long Island.
And apparently he was fascinated by airplanes pretty early on.
But there was a catch, wasn't there? His vision.
Yes. Right away, the document mentions his eyesight wasn't 20/20. And this was back in the 60s, so the main path to becoming an airline pilot through the Air Force
wasn't really open to him, so that childhood dream hits a wall pretty quickly.
And he also mentions, quite frankly, that school wasn't exactly his top priority in high school.
Right, not flying high academically straight out of the gate. But then, 1974 happens. He takes a trip to Arizona to see his brother.
And this sounds like more than just a family visit. Something really clicked for him out there.
Yeah, the document describes it as a real turning point. He was just captivated by the Arizona landscape, the sky, the desert.
It really got under his skin.
Yeah.
And the funny thing he notes is that he was actually thinking about studying oceanography at the time.
Oceanography, while falling in love with the desert. Talk about a mismatch.
Exactly. It kind of highlights how powerful that Arizona experience was, making him rethink everything. What do you make of that?
It feels like, some places just resonate deeply, maybe on a level you don't even consciously understand at first. The desert just spoke to him.
Yeah. So he goes back to Long Island, but Arizona's clearly stuck with him.
Problem is, you need money to get back there, which leads to this summer of pretty intense work.
Right. He mentions working at Baskin-Robbins for, what, $1.65 an hour?
Hardly going to fund a move cross-country?
No, but this is where you really see his determination starting to show. He didn't just stick with that. He sought out day labor.
And got there super early, right? 6:45 a.m. every day, first in line. That tells you something.
It really does. Taking initiative. And these weren't easy jobs.
Definitely not. Moving furniture. He even mentions helping with an eviction for a doctor, which kind of surprised him.
And then the canning factory job. Wow. Loading boxes filled with 12 heavy cans of juice. Constantly.
Stacking them endlessly, barely any breaks. It sounds absolutely grueling.
He says he thought about quitting, but pushed through. And this is interesting. The big takeaway wasn't just the paycheck.
No, it was something much bigger.
It was this profound realization about the value of education, experiencing that kind of hard manual labor firsthand.
It made him see education as the way up, the path to a different kind of future. It wasn't just an abstract idea anymore.
A powerful lesson learned the hard way.
So then, another seemingly small moment. A neighbor mentions how long the wait is to see a dentist back in Tucson.
And a light bulb goes off. Dentistry. It's a respected profession. It's needed in Arizona where he wants to be.
And it's definitely a step up from the canning factory. But there is still the small matter of his grades.
Yeah, that 2.5 GPA wasn't going to cut it for dental school. Not even close.
But then comes another key person, an inspiring math professor.
This seems to be a massive turning point academically. Paul credits this professor with just igniting a passion for learning, especially math.
He went from like a basic understanding to really mastering college-level stuff. It shows what a difference the right teacher can make, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Or maybe Paul was just finally ready, and this professor provided that spark.
Whatever it was, it flipped a switch. Suddenly, it was all academics. Social life, relationships, everything else took a back seat.
Total focus. Just pure dedication to getting those grades up.
And boy, did it pay off. He graduated summa cum laude. Top 16 in his class, GPA way over 3.9.
Incredible transformation. Just shows what you can do when you set your mind to it.
So he goes off to dental school in Buffalo, graduates in 81. By 1986, he's made it back to Arizona, setting up his own practice in Mesa.
Starting from scratch. He mentions the early days were tough financially. even showing a loss on his tax return, relying on bank loans.
It's a big risk, but again, you see his adaptability. He saw the potential in those new dental management companies, the HMO models.
Yeah, things maybe more established dentists were wary of. He jumped on it.
Gave him an edge. And by 1988, the practice was doing well. It was successful.
So he's achieved quite a lot. Successful dentist, living where he wanted to be. You'd think, okay, story complete.
But not quite. Fast forward to the summer of 1990.
Right. He's staying in a hotel near LaGuardia Airport in New York. Got a couple of days to kill before flying back home to Phoenix.
And he's watching the planes, takeoffs, landings.
And that old dream, the one about flying, it just comes roaring back.
And it's specific, isn't it? He doesn't just want to fly. He pictures himself landing an airliner right there at LaGuardia.
It's like seeing it up close just reignited everything. Maybe it felt possible again?
Could be. So he gets back to Phoenix, and what's the first thing he does?
Starts researching. Specifically, the medical requirements for pilots. The vision thing.
And discovers the rules had changed. Corrected vision was okay now.
Exactly. A door he thought was permanently closed suddenly swung open.
So, August 1990, he's 45 years old, and he starts taking lessons for his private pilot's license.
Just like that. Which kicks off this, 11-year journey.
11 years, getting all the licenses, the ratings. That's a serious commitment.
It really is. Especially while presumably still running his dental practice, at least initially.
He eventually gets hired by Mesa Airlines. They flew as America West Express back then. But his first base is Columbus, Ohio.
So now he's commuting. Living in Phoenix, working out of Columbus. Again, speaks volumes about his dedication.
Okay, so fast forward again. The big day. April 27, 2001, he's flying out of Columbus.
And there's a chance, a real chance, he might get to fly the leg into LaGuardia.
The other pilot, Dave Boggs, knew how much this meant to Paul.
Yeah, so Boggs gives him the choice of legs. Paul flies the first leg, Columbus to Chicago, Midway and back, almost like a warm-up.
Knowing LaGuardia is coming up next, you can feel the anticipation in his writing, can't you?
Oh, definitely. He talks about it feeling like a momentous occasion as they're flying towards New York.
The route takes them over places with personal meaning for him, like near the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, thinking about his grandfather's immigration.
Adds another layer to it all. Then they get the clearance for the approach, runway 22 at LaGuardia.
And he mentions it's a visual approach, no vertical guidance. Can you maybe unpack that a little for us? Why is that significant?
Sure. Basically, on a visual approach, you're relying much more on looking outside, what you see, to line up with the runway and manage your descent.
Less reliance on instruments telling you exactly how high you should be at each point.
Exactly. You have to judge your glide path visually. It requires good judgment and skill, especially into a busy airport like LaGuardia with its unique approaches.
Okay, got it. So he's flying this visual approach. He sees Lowell, Manhattan, the World Trade Center.
Then familiar sights from his childhood, Long Island City, the LIE. It must have been quite a moment, merging his past and this huge present achievement.
Absolutely. He describes getting the plane configured, making the turns, focusing intensely on the runway 22, which famously juts out into the water there.
You really sense the concentration, everything narrowing down to that touchdown point.
And then touchdown. He says it was nice and smooth, a real greaser.
Huh. A great feeling for any pilot. He achieved it. The dream he'd visualized in that hotel room, the culmination of 11 years of work.
He even compares the timelines: 8 years to become a dentist, 11 to become an airline pilot. It really puts that second journey into perspective.
It does. He mentions flying into LaGuardia many times after that, especially enjoying the night views before 9/11.
Seeing the Twin Towers lit up, he notes how different, how emotional it felt, seeing the skyline changed after that.
Yeah, a poignant observation. But the overriding feeling you get is just immense satisfaction. That the whole 11-year effort was absolutely worth it.
He even teases that maybe there's another story to tell about all the obstacles he faced during those 11 years.
Which I'd love to read.
Me too. So, looking back at this whole deep dive, what's the big picture for you and for you listening?
Well, Paul's story is, it's more than just an unusual career switch, isn't it? It's a real testament to how life can take these completely unexpected turns.
And how these passions you have early on might just be dormant, not gone.
Exactly. Waiting for the right spark, like that Arizona trip or the math professor or watching those planes at LaGuardia, those aha moments.
It really makes you think about your own life, doesn't it? What dreams might be sitting on a shelf waiting for, I don't know, the right time or the right push.
Mm-hmm. And Paul's journey shows that maybe those seemingly impossible goals, the ones that require a complete shift. They are possible.
With persistence, definitely. And being willing to pivot, to embrace something new, even if it seems miles away from where you are now.
Dentist to pilot. It's proof that you can redraw your own map.
A really inspiring story. Thanks for digging into it with me.
My pleasure.
And for you listening, maybe ask yourself, what unexpected path might you be ready to explore?